Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. For those of you that celebrate those Abrahamic religions, it's been a little parade of holidays, right? We had Eid, though I doubt, any Muslims watching this channel. And then, of course, Passover to anybody Jewish who's been watching this channel. And then, of course, we had Good Friday, and Easter is coming up. So I do wish everybody happy Easter. I was hearing somebody on the bus yesterday talking about how Easter and Halloween are the two holidays in which the little girls always get dressed up in cute little dresses or cute little outfits, and yet because it's so cold, typically, they always have to wear the snow pants under their pretty dresses, or they have to go and wear those thick, bulky jackets over their pretty dresses. I thought that was cute. Also kind of reminded me of, I do recall being, when I was little, being dressed up for some outfits. But I think the thing was, my mother gave me like her skirts or something like that, and then adjusted them. So then I still had on, of course, clothes underneath, but I had on bigger clothes over there. I had flowing things. I typically went as skirts and stuff like that, long skirts, dramatic clothes. Oh, but my point is, today it is in the 80s. So she was saying, oh, all the little girls, hello, how are you? All the little girls now who dress up in their pretty Easter dresses, they can wear them without wearing the snow pants underneath or the bulky things, because it's 80 today, it's going to be 80 tomorrow. Beautiful weather to dress in nice summer clothes. Hopefully it won't freeze. Anyway, yes, we're here for our reading for Cancer. Hello, Cancerians. If you have a Cancer sun, a Cancer moon, a Cancer rising, thank you for the like. This is the place to be. If you have Cancer in the first house, sometimes your rising sign is different than your first house energy. This is for you. If you have Cancer as your signature sign, check out your signature sign if you don't know what it is. It could surprise you, or maybe probably not. I'll just explain some things, right? I know when I checked out my signature sign, I said, oh, that makes sense. Anyway, hello, Kelsey. Cancer. Let's go and find out what is going on in your energy, in the collective's energy. Cancer, I am still going to try my hardest to go and get the love readings out, even though I know that we're approaching the end of April, but I'm still going to try and do that. So keep an eye out for that. I will be doing this weekend. I definitely will be doing Who's Watching You and Moon Messages, if you want to go and check out those too. They're shorter readings, but I do those for the collective. Reading will be purely, though, for Cancer. Let's see, Cancer, what do I have for you? What do I have for Cancer for mid-April? Knight of Wands, Cancer. King of Pentacles, Cancer. Changes, Cancer. Is it changes specifically to you, Cancer, or are these changes, are you the change, Cancer, to someone who has established themselves in their particular routine? Someone is quite comfortable, Cancer. Someone feels like it took them a long time to get comfortable, Cancer. Changes are coming Could be very much in the form of you. Could this be your energy? Well, feels actually a little bit like you are more the Knight of Wands. You are the catalyst of change to how someone has set things up to be. And what you're bringing, Cancer, is truth. Oh, yes, they may say it's like that, but is it really like that? One-sided narrative changes when another view joins the dialogue, the table, the selection, the facts, the set of facts. Anyway, let's go and find out about this Knight of Wands for you, Cancer. Knight of Wands. I have a Seven of Swords. I have a Ace of Wands. This is like shaking things up, Cancer. I did say catalyst, didn't I? All this is very catalytic, if there is such a word. But we're on the internet, we can create words. Four of Cups, which is Cancerian energy. Three of Cups, which also is Cancerian energy. Now I'm curious. The way that I see it, Cancer, I see you changing the narrative drastically, and that your presence is larger than life. They can't ignore you. They can't diminish you, Cancer. They can't belittle you, Cancer. You have validity, Cancer. And that alone demands respect and attention, Cancer. So Knight of Wands clarified by a Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups. Well, essentially, Cancer under a Knight of Wands, I still kind of feel like this is more you than someone coming at you, but we'll continue to clarify and see what we have. Could be both. It's not 100% you. I know that. We'll see what comes out. Cancer, essentially, though, what I have here, Knight of Wands, refusing to keep quiet, refusing to go and follow someone else's path, Cancer. Also, too, once you've made a decision to follow through on it, by goodness, by golly, this Knight of Wands is going to go and follow through with it with the full extent of their power. This Knight of Wands is not someone to be easily dissuaded from. This Knight of Wands has already put in plenty of attention into how and what. They thought about it, right? Thought about it, committed, and is going to utilize some very creative thinking. Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, very creative thinking, even paired with the Four of Cups. And Cancerian energy, I'm going to say too, is always very creative to me as well. Some people say emotional. To me, Cancerian is creative thinking. So let me go and say that I have someone here who is a force of nature. Someone to be reckoned with, someone who it feels like, in fact, Cancer, I'm actually going to deviate a little bit here. I'm still going to clarify these. Hello, Julia. Nice to see you. Maybe I should switch over the... If it goes off again, Cancer, I'll switch the Wi-Fi. I think it's on the house Wi-Fi. I'll switch it to my other phone. But let me go and say Ace of Cups, bottom of the deck energy here. It's odd because I got a blessing, a very specific type of message. Pisces can achieve some in order for Pisces to get it. Like Pisces can't sit. His message was that Aries didn't have to push, but Aries had to be open. Pisces can get it. And Cancer, what I have for you, you do have a blessing here, but it's more than that, Cancer. It's the result of your hard work. And Cancer, I feel like, you know what your energy is right now for April? An avalanche. That's the energy that I have for you right now. The energy that you're in. Building. I don't care if it's thinking, if it's doing. Like in other words, I don't care how large or small the actions are, even if it's just a thought or if it's a whole bunch of energy and effort. That actions that you've been doing, Cancer, and what you've been focusing on and what you've been building on and what you've been working on, that, so the Wi-Fi, use it as a hotspot. But anyway, my point is, Cancer, like an avalanche, while I wait for this thing to continue to load and load and load. See my Kwee Chen is there? Isn't she cute? Yes, I have her everywhere. Like an avalanche, Cancer. Maybe you've just like started moving a few rocks, but I feel right now, whatever you've been doing, Cancer, you've created a torrential, you created a steady flow. Let me put it this way. What you have right now is a steady flow. You may not see what you've set in motion, Cancer, but you have set in the energy, in the forces, outside of your vision, Cancer, and outside of perhaps the immediate factors that are in front of you. You have set something big in motion. Okay, Cancer, I turned on my Wi-Fi. Give me a second to go and switch it on the phone. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. It should be stable now. It's kind of funny because there's 3 or 4 networks on here that I have access to. And then it just seems to stick on the one that says like, it's connected, but then it'll connect when things get better or whatever it says, internet connection is stable. But yes, so that's the energy that I have for you, even with the Ace of Cups being sort of the consolidated energy that comes down here. You've set something in motion. I am going to clarify these, don't worry. But something has been set in motion for you. And will you see? It's building. Right now it's percolating. As I said, a steady flow, Cancer, is going around you. You should start seeing traces and trickles of this. But it's nothing compared to what's to come, Cancer. You've started an avalanche, and right now things are rolling. Soon, Cancer, things are going to be roaring. I'll put it that way. Something big. Something too, Cancer. You know how they say you can't put the genie back into the bottle? Yeah, Cancer, they can't bottle you up. They can't bottle up what you started, Cancer, and what is coming towards you. Something very good, Cancer. What is coming towards you, Cancer, you're going to get. So, Cancer, I'm actually going to go and take a peek at the 7 of Swords. Let's find out about 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords for you. I have the Fool. So first of all, even funny, Fool with the Star. No holds, Cancer. I don't have to go and say, Cancer, don't be hesitant about the work involved, because Cancer, the very nature of Cancerian energy is grit, determination, and digging in. With that Chariot being in there, no one ever said Cancerian energy doesn't put out 200% of the expected energy. And Three of Pentacles. Well, interesting, Cancer. First of all, let me go and say that it's actually very interesting in this energy. Seven of Swords, with the Fool, Ten of Wands, and Three of Pentacles tells me actually, Cancer, you don't have to have such a heavy hand to make a strong mark or to achieve the result you want. I'm not telling you at all to be delicate. Let's be clear about that as well. I'm not saying to go and have a delicate touch. No, Cancer, I think you should continue being your natural self. And also in this energy, Cancer, don't rein in your natural inclinations. Whatever you feel like acting in, Cancer, act in it. So definitely don't, I need to be diplomatic. I need to be blah, blah, blah. No, Cancer, be exactly how you feel like being. But I am going to say to Cancer that in this energy, you don't have to go and push that hard to get what you want. You may perhaps feel like you do, and you may perhaps push extra hard, but it's unnecessary because you're already effective. In fact, I would say, Cancer, with you and your natural inclination to put out effort and to push, that is that's well, it's effective. Let me put it that way. A force to be reckoned with, and perhaps a little bit overwhelming. It's almost like running circles. But again, it's not even running circles, as I said, Cancer. What you've set off in motion can't be stopped. Also, too, Cancer, it's interesting as well. It is almost like gossip. Kind of. It's also like what your movements have been, Cancer, has or is on the minds or the forefront rather, of a lot of people's conversations. Someone perhaps would like to be more discreet, but they can't be, Cancer. Also, too, in this energy. Anyway, Cancer, you definitely changed some things. And let me go and say as well, Cancer, I'm not telling you at all, as I said before, to stop how you normally would feel like acting, but I definitely will say that it's almost like if people are playing with you, and maybe, Cancer, they're using 50% of their, or maybe their natural energy is 50%. Let me put it that way. Their natural energy can be 50%, but you are like, again, 200%. Very strong energy, very heavy energy, like a boulder, like a rock slide, like an avalanche. A force of nature, Cancer. Not quite like a twister, not a hurricane, not a wave, not a tsunami. No, no, no. But yes, like a rock slide or like an avalanche. Let's see about the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, I have Two of Swords. One moment. Ace of Wands has Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and Two of Wands. Well, basically, it's the time to act. I hear you, boy. I don't know if you hear him too, going meow, meow. This Ace of Wands is not unexpected, Cancer. It's not unexpected for you. It's not unexpected for your circumstances. It's not unexpected at all. In fact, if anything, Cancer, there has been a tide trying to block, let's say, this flow from happening. It's going to happen one way or another. It's happening now. Four of Cups. That fell out, but I don't feel like taking cards that fell out. Four of Cups. Another ace. You have everything but the Ace of Pentacles. Two of Cups, which is Cancerian energy. And Four of Pentacles. Someone's happy family, Cancer. Someone's foundation that they've set up, Cancer. Being threatened, Cancer. Not yours, Cancer. You know, someone tried to create, Cancer, a false paradigm, a false face, a false reality, tried to go and create something and present themselves, Cancer, as things were not really that way. I know, Cancer. I have someone who is also hunkering down for the avalanche that's yet to come. The force of nature that is you. The day that they expected to come. And yet was inevitable. Cancer, this is about your actions. This isn't necessarily what's coming towards you, but this is just what you yourself are generating around you. There is changes coming, Cancer. Of course, we're always saying changes, right? The doorway opening, blah, blah, blah. But what I have here, well, we know that 2025 is a shift. And we also know, too, Cancer, that one of the signs that's affected, particularly affected with the 2025 energy, forget about the energy that we've just been going through with the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, Aries season, blah, 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 is yours. One of the most particular signs that's there. Also with that end of that 16-year karmic cycle with that miserable Pluto, right? 16 years of misery. Now it's going to be someone else's 16 years of misery. Provided they're not close to you or, you know, in your family unit. You do have a new phase coming. And Cancer, I'm just going to say the only thing that you have to do right now is just continue moving as you would normally move, Cancer. Because the path that you've set upon, Cancer, is getting smoother. You're getting a smoother road to ride upon. Very smooth. And you've earned it. Cancer, I will take a peek at Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, which of course is Cancer energy. I have Queen of Wands, Strength, and I have Judgment. Determination, unshakable resolve. And fate. What's owed you, Cancer, is coming. What's coming for you is something that you've earned. That's all I can say. Cancer, until the next reading, I wish you well. Cancer, too, if you appreciate this reading, do consider leaving me a donation. My channel isn't monetized, and I do depend upon viewer support. Also, if you donate, Cancer, I will release astrological notes in your honor to show my appreciation for your support. And also to go and let everybody, well, share in your gift. Anyway. Hello, Silly Salmon. Anyway. Until the next reading, everybody. Oh, do keep an eye out, too. I will be doing one of those. I still don't know if I'll be doing moon messages or who's watching you, but I'll do one of those later today, too. Bye-bye.